don't make us who we are. So I'll dream until I make it real, and all I see is.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Maren.
Hi, Michelle. How are you?
I'm good. I'm very good. Welcome to Mentorship Mondays with Michelle and Maren. And we have something really special today that we're going to do. And we're going to participate in. And I'll tell you how I came across this, because I was just telling Maren this. And we have the information, and Maren is so awesomely going to make sure it's in our description and in our link so that you can find who we're talking about. But there is a Dr. John Bradshaw, and he was on Oprah Winfrey in the early 90s, and it was actually 1991 that this came out. And where I got this from was scrolling on TikTok. Yes, I was. Yes, I was. And it was my very first, I opened it up, and this woman was on directly this morning, and it said, "Heal your inner child in 7 minutes." And I was like, oh, interesting. So I'm listening to her, and she's telling the story about how when she came home from school, she would put on Oprah Winfrey. And I remember in the 90s, it was on at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon for me. So I watched it too around that time. Anyway, she played it, and I listened to it today. And I was amazed in how it made me feel afterwards. So much so that I felt it was very purposeful to see today and to feel and to be able to do this right now and share it with all of you guys. And it's healing the inner child. Now, particularly what he has put is working with trauma with the inner child. And we can all look at our lives, whether it be our family that we came from, however that looked for you, your guardianship, whomever was the caregivers for you as you were growing up, you can put into this situation. There may be other things too, such as for myself, my school years, public school years, and having a lot of challenges with other kids. And, that was traumatic for me. So there's a lot of different ways that we could look at this meditation that we're going to do. But the idea is that you're going to walk away today with a sense of peacefulness, and being that we are in springtime, and spring is about fresh starts, new beginnings. It's also so much about birth and renewal, and what a beautiful thing to do, to be able to give renewal to your inner child and take your inner child that is within you forward into this next stage of your journey. So I'm going to do my version in the best way that I can remember from this morning. And for all of you that would like to follow along, I will repeat this meditation, and then we can talk about it for a minute afterwards. And so if you'd like to join along, we will begin. So I'll just get you to close your eyes and take a nice deep breath and get comfortable and get relaxed. If you need a couple minutes, pause the video and get yourself some nice pillows, get in a nice quiet space. This is not the type of thing to do if you have a lot of noise going on around you or anything. So get nice and quiet and still. Okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to visualize the location, childhood home, where you grew up, where you feel most of your memories go back to. So when I say you as a child, what age is that? What does your home look like? Where did you sleep? Can you see that bed that you slept in? You see maybe what colors are on the bed? Pillows? Can you see the window? Any of your belongings that you may have had at that time? Can you see any of those? Is there any familiar sounds in your home? Do you maybe have a pet that you loved really dearly at that time. You hear that pet. There's sounds coming from outside. And what about your mother or your mother figure? What's she doing? Can you see what she looks like at this age? What's the first thing that comes to mind when you see your mother? Is she busy? Is she working? Is she in the home? Or is she not at home? Can you feel yourself when you think about your mother at this age? Now know that you are this adult that we're speaking to right now, and you're standing in this space watching all of this. You're watching your mother figure, seeing all the responsibilities and the things that are happening. And now I want you to look over and I want you to look at yourself. What do you look like? What are you wearing? You have shoes on? Did you not wear shoes in the house? What are you playing with? Are you talking to anyone? What's your favorite thing to do at this time? What do you really like to do with yourself at this time? And now, what about your father or your father figure? Where's he? Whatever first comes to mind. Are you looking for him? Do you know where he is? What do you feel about him? Was he there? Was he in your life? Was he not? How did that make you feel? Now see your father, whether he's in the home or not, and just kind of look at him and see what he's doing from your perspective now as an adult. And now look at yourself as a child. And what are you thinking? What's your beliefs about your parents at that time? Now, what about anyone else? Do you have siblings? Do you have other family members that were in your home? Was there anyone else that you relied upon? You can go over and talk to them if you like. If you feel like doing a little walk around your house, go ahead and do that. This is your moment to be there. Maybe you can smell your home. Maybe there's something you haven't thought about in a really long time that's there. And now I want you to really take a look at yourself as a child. Look at your child self from head to toe. I want you to kneel down and look directly at your child self. And I want you to tell them everything's going to be okay. I want you to tell them that you're never going to leave them. You're always going to be at their side no matter what. And even when you make choices, you tell them, no matter what choices you make, I'm always going to be here to support you and love you and help you through. Tell them how good and pure and wonderful they are. And how special they are. And I want you to give them an offer. I want you to tell them that they have a choice today. That if they'd like, hand them a bag and say, if you would like, I'd like you to quickly pack this little bag with anything that you would really like to bring with you. It's not a very big bag, but pack this bag, pick up these pieces, and come with me. I want you to say goodbye to everybody that's here. Give them a hug and tell them how much you love them. and tell them that you'll visit, but let them know that it's time to go. And I'm going to help you. Now, if your child self feels really scared, that's okay. Your child self feels really resistant, that's okay. If your child self really doesn't want to go, it's okay too. You can say, it's okay if you don't want to go. I understand. I'll come back and keep checking on you until you are ready. And if your child self says, yes, I'm ready to go, I want you to pick up your child self, hold them nice and tight with their little bag, and say, you are forever protected and safe and loved, and nothing is going to harm you. Nothing can hurt you. You always have me to protect you. And I want you to hold your child self so tight, so much love and compassion. And now I want you to turn around and look at each one of your family members, your home, all of the pets and people that are connected to that time in your life. And I want you to wave to them. Tell them you love them. And again, tell them that you can always come back and visit. And now you're going to start walking forward, and your child's going to look back. There might be tears and some sadness, and that's okay. Tell your child self, you go ahead and cry. It's okay that you cry. There's no shame in crying. It's okay to be sad, and it's okay to be scared. But we're on a new journey now. We're on a wonderful journey, and you now have the opportunity to do things your way, right from the core of the truth of you, what's best for you. And that's going to be okay. I want you to take your child's self and hug yourself so tight, and then put you in your heart. Your child self is tucked in nice and safe inside your heart with all her belongings. So much love. And I want you to say to your child self, you are in my heart always. You are safe in my heart. I will always protect you and make sure that you're okay. And now you can enjoy everything that life has to offer you. And I will be excited with you. And I will be adventurous with you. And I will experience each new day with you, because you are whole and you are safe and you are within me. You are loved. Now I want you to just take a moment, take a nice deep breath, and let it out. When you're ready, just slowly open your eyes back. How'd that feel?
Oh, that was very sweet. Very loving.
Yeah.
Like,
Very sentimental. I felt
yeah.
very, for me, I was, it was seeing my parents from a different perspective, but it was also recognizing a lot of innocence in myself. You know?
It was like looking at myself the way I look at my kids, with like that
Yes.
unconditional love. It's like I feel like I put so much pressure on myself even as a kid to be like perfect, or
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
do I fit in? Do I not fit in? Am I, like just kind of like finding my way, but then to have someone come and just be like you are loved for everything that you are,
Yeah.
always and forever. And you have someone who has your back and will be there for you.
Mm-hmm.
was very, very, very like deep and
Yeah.
caring and love. Like I felt very supportive.
Yes.
And
That felt really, really good. And I hope that everybody that experiences this with us can feel that love and that power.
yeah, that self-love. Yeah.
And that self-love, that is the most important thing for us, to be able to give the love that we so want to give and that we so want to receive in this world. And it helps us with everything. That love of ourselves, that inner child, is a gateway to freedom and peace in our life.
Yeah.
And so it's amazing when we're able to connect with that part of ourselves. There's almost no words to explain how it made me feel earlier, and I just really felt the importance of doing that today. And
it's a good like self-worth exercise too. Like, you know, like I just seeing myself so innocent and so,
yes,
like perfect, like as a little
yes,
kid,
yes,
like having that viewpoint of myself, but I never had that viewpoint of myself,
yes,
I was like always trying to like do the right thing. And did I mess up? And did I, and to be like, no, you are perfect and you are
yeah,
loved. And to
yeah,
feel that like parental love for yourself was really
yes.
cool.
And that is a lot of things that have come out with healings for myself and for others has been when you're hard on yourself, you're speaking to that version of yourself. And would you yell at a child? Would you scream at a child for not being perfect or not doing enough? You really have to put yourself into that space, because that's what we do when we put so much judgment on ourselves, and when we're so critical. We're yelling at that child, because it's that child that recoils and suffers. So it's amazing, because this will open up so much abundance, so much. So I think this is very timely for all of us in starting this new, this being Easter Monday, this is being posted, that starting this new Easter season with so much love in our hearts for ourselves and for others.
Yeah. And I feel like, that's kind of like Jesus's message, right? Is to love yourself and love others with that eternal love. So that's really, really cool.
Beautiful.
Well, thank you, Michelle. Thank you for bringing this up to us, to our attention. This is a really wonderful activity. And it did. I feel so peaceful now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything you said.
Yeah. It's a great way to send off the day, because there's going to be a nice sense of peace for all of us to step into today. All right.
Thank you so much.
How many minutes was that? I think that was more than 7 minutes.
I don't know.
That's Michelle's version, and however many minutes it takes. All right, so you guys should check. So it's Dr. John Bradshaw. So you guys should check him out, because he does have a YouTube channel, and Maren will have it down.
I'll post as much information as I can find.
Yeah, so I'm
as
sure
many links as I can
I've
find.
not checked him out further. I will. I'll look at some more of his stuff, because I'm sure there's some other great stuff there too. And
yeah.
So I guess that's it for today. So another wonderful, loving, healing day under the belt, and happy Easter to everybody.
Happy Easter, everyone. Thank you so much for listening and supporting us.
Yes.
And we will
see you next week.
Yeah, see you next week.
Okay, bye everybody. Bye, Maren.
Bye.
Bye.